Your dog just sat perfectly on command at the park. Strangers watched. You felt like an excellent dog owner. Then you got home, you called their name. They looked directly at you, made full eye contact, and walked the other way. Same dog, same owner, completely different result. And you have no idea why. Most people assume it's stubbornness. Some assume it's dominance, the dog testing authority, seeing what they can get away with. Some just assume their dog is selectively stupid. None of those explanations are correct, and behavioral neuroscience has known why for decades. The answer is so counterintuitive, it changes how you think about every interaction you've ever had with your dog. Your dog isn't ignoring you. Their brain is doing something specific. And once you understand what that is, the inconsistency disappears completely. Let's start with what's actually happening inside your dog's brain in the moment they choose not to respond. Researchers at the University of Vienna ran a study where they measured dogs' brain activity and cortisol responses across different environments and distraction levels. What they found was this: a dog's ability to process and respond to commands is not fixed. It fluctuates constantly based on something called cognitive load. Cognitive load is the total amount of information your dog's brain is processing at any given moment. Scent, sound, visual movement, emotional state, social signals from other animals. All of it running simultaneously, all of it consuming processing capacity. At home, calm, familiar environment. Cognitive load is low. Your dog hears your command, processes it cleanly, responds. The park, the street, the dog-filled waiting room at the vet. Cognitive load is high. Your dog hears your command, and then their brain has to make a choice about what to prioritize. Here's where it gets interesting, because that choice isn't random, and it isn't defiance. In 2016, researchers at the University of Agricultural Sciences in Sweden studied selective attention in dogs across high and low distraction environments. They found that when cognitive load exceeded a certain threshold, dogs defaulted to prioritizing survival-relevant information over learned commands. A squirrel moving in the peripheral vision, an unfamiliar dog scent drifting from 20 meters away, another dog's stress signal in the air. These inputs don't just distract your dog. They physiologically compete with your voice for processing priority in the brain's attention system. Your command doesn't disappear. It gets outbid. And here's what nobody tells you. The dog who ignores you in the park isn't being disobedient. They're demonstrating exactly how their brain is supposed to work. The inconsistency isn't a training failure. It's biology. There's a second variable that most trainers and most owners completely overlook: emotional state at the moment of the command. Dogs in a mild stress state, not panicking, just slightly elevated, showed a 34% reduction in command compliance compared to the same dogs in a calm baseline state. What this means is that your dog's obedience isn't a fixed trait. It's a real-time output of two things running simultaneously: how much their brain is processing externally and what their nervous system is doing internally. You're not asking your dog to sit. You're asking a specific nervous system, in a specific state, under a specific cognitive load, to override its current priorities and respond to your voice. Sometimes that's easy, sometimes it's neurologically impossible. So, what do you actually do with this? First, train at the edge of distraction, not in the absence of it. Most owners train at home where cognitive load is lowest. That's the equivalent of only ever practicing a skill in perfect conditions. The brain learns compliance in low-load environments and never builds the capacity for high-load ones. Second, read your dog's internal state before you give a command. A dog that just had a stressful encounter, a car horn, an aggressive dog, an unfamiliar environment, is operating with elevated cortisol. Wait for the nervous system to settle, then ask. Third, understand that repetition of an unheard command is the fastest way to teach your dog to tune you out permanently. Researchers call this learned irrelevance. One ask, If they don't respond, move closer, reduce the distraction, lower the cognitive load. Then ask again. The dog that ignores you at the park and obeys perfectly at home isn't inconsistent. Their brain is working exactly as designed. The variable that didn't change, you. Your dog isn't testing you. They're not winning a power struggle. They're navigating a nervous system that evolved over 15,000 years to prioritize survival. And you're asking it in real time to prioritize your voice instead. Sometimes it can. Sometimes the load is too high, and it genuinely cannot. The difference between a dog that mostly listens and a dog that almost always does comes down to one thing: an owner who learned to tell the difference. If this changed how you think about your dog's behavior, subscribe and leave a comment below. When does your dog ignore you most? And does this explain it?